Governor Jan Brewer took center stage the night she officially won her party's nomination. But standing right behind her was a man you probably wouldn't recognize. He's her campaign chairman, policy advisor, and a lobbyist for the largest private prison company in the country. His name is Chuck Coughlin, and he's one of two people in the Brewer administration with ties to Corrections Corporation of America. The other is former CCA lobbyist and current Brewer communications director Paul Senseman. His wife still lobbies for CCA. Last month, when we asked the governor about these staffers, are you aware that they were lobbyists for Corrections Corporation of America? She did not want to talk about it.
Okay, I want to shift to a terrible incident that happened in northern Arizona, the escape of some prisoners from a private prison facility in Kingman. This was from a private prison, and you have expressed confidence in private prisons, did so even after the escape.
You're also a big supporter of privatization of prisons. You know, you've pushed for that in your budget. I mean, is that a bad idea when we've got murderers in private prisons?
I don't think so.
Why? How could this happen?
I think that's what we want other people to know. We're like, this is supposed to happen to somebody else's family. And somehow it happened to ours.
The issue is safety for the people of Arizona. And the astonishing thing to all of us who have been reading about this is that under Jan Brewer's administration, 400 violent criminals were moved into a facility in Kingman that was designed for drunk drivers.
John McCluskey and Caslin Welch have been on the run for 2 weeks now. Welch is also accused of helping McCluskey and two other inmates break out of a privately run prison in Kingman.
She was a so-called drug mule transporting narcotics to a prison gang called the Aryan Brotherhood. John McCluskey's tattoos suggest he was part of a white supremacist group commonly found in prisons. Gang experts say his tattoos of a warbird and demon are symbolic of neo-Nazi groups, and the eagle on his forearm is associated with Aryan groups.
And according to the warden of that facility, there was no increase in security, there was no increase in training, there was no increase in the security of the facility. 117 of those violent offenders were murderers, had been convicted of either first or second degree murder.
The violence started almost immediately. 3 days after the escape, investigators say John McCluskey, Tracy Province, and Cassie Welch went looking for a camper or a trailer. They drove to a remote area in New Mexico. McCluskey ordered the couple out of the truck.
There, they led Mr. and Mrs. Haas into the Haas's camping trailer, where McCluskey shot and killed them both.
According to court paperwork, McCluskey told an FBI agent he shot Gary Haas once in the head, then fired 3 times to kill Linda.
And in her administration, the Department of Corrections did an audit of that prison in Kingman, made 3 minor suggestions as to how it could be improved. And when they came in after the escape, they found out that it was an absolute meltdown situation, that there was a climate of indifference to safety, that they had 89 false alarms within 16 hours of the escape. These people strolled out into the state of Arizona and they murdered 2 people. This is a terrible abdication of the responsibility of the state of Arizona to take care of and protect the public welfare.
You have people who are not public employees guarding, you have private people guarding prisoners, and that's a good idea?
You know, I've always supported private prisons. I believe that it is less expensive, but you know, we're going to continue to investigate.
I know that it's in your watch that the violent criminals were moved to a facility that was designed for DUIs. Drunk drivers is what that Kingman facility was. They never knew it was going to be anything different. 400 violent offenders were moved to that facility, and the bottom line is your administration gave them a clean bill of health, basically said everything's fine. Obviously everything was not fine, and still the escape was a month ago yesterday, and you still have not put together what you have to do.
And we don't want it to happen to anybody else.